court.
We got Antetokounmpo, we got Matherman.
Another wild night of NBA playoffs with two insane endings and two masterful solo outings. With their backs against the wall and Lillard out, the Bucks needed a fire starter in order to have a hope against the Pacers on the road. So,
AJ Green and Cedar Falls. Portis, Nembhard on him. Giannis, the three.
I will give those shots to Giannis.
Down to a 6-0 start. Here in Game 5, Porter stumbling, finds Portis and 3 consecutive made threes, and Giannis on the attack, lays it up and through.
Milwaukee came out strong, setting the pace early behind a dominant run from Giannis and the reshaped starting 5. With Bobby Portis and AJ Green stepping in for Brook, Lopez and Kyle Kuzma, the Bucks locked in defensively, holding Indiana to just 13 points in 12 minutes. Their intensity carried into the second, and after Kuzma knocked down a 3 early in the period, Milwaukee's lead ballooned to 20. But the second quarter belonged to the Pacers, who responded with poise and purpose. After hitting just 1 of 8 from beyond the arc in the first, Indiana found the rhythm quickly. Nesmith capped off the comeback with back-to-back buckets to trim Milwaukee's lead to just 6 at halftime, shifting the momentum in Indiana's favor.
Nesmith with an upfit now. Off the bounce. Lays it off of the glass. That player.
After coming all the way back from down by 20, the Pacers were adamant to settle things right then and there. On the other end, the Greek Freak did everything in his power to keep the Bucks' postseason alive, bulldozing his way to the rim and anchoring the defense on the other end.
Good possession there, partner.
Siakam denied by Giannis.
The game turned into a back-and-forth battle, setting the stage for an intense finish.
What a performance by Giannis, 26 points. 16 rebounds, 10 assists. Green with a three. Oh! Connects! AJ Green. Here's Haliburton getting to the rim. 2-point game.
That is way too easy.
Up by 2 with a minute to go, Giannis realizes it's now or never.
Matchups, they need 6 more. Giannis. Oh! The bucket and the foul.
After he missed his and-one shot and Haliburton made his pair of freebies on the other side, Kevin Porter Jr. gets a clean look off of Giannis' screen, but his mid-range jumper comes up short, giving the Pacers a chance to tie or even take the lead.
You've got to get that ball to Giannis on that block, no less.
Slight difference, game clock, shot clock. Haliburton to the rim, ties it.
A miscommunication between KPJ and Trent on defense, and we're all tied up. With 10 seconds left, Antetokounmpo's got all eyes on him.
Turner on Giannis. Giannis backing in. Spinning, jumper doesn't go. Overtime in game 5.
Ooh, that was close. I think he waited too long before getting into position to shoot, but anyway, in the OT, Tyrese picked up right where he left off.
Back to Haliburton, lines up the three. He's got the last 9.
And Giannis finally got some help. Matter of fact, the entire overtime belonged to Gary Trent Jr.
Trent, he'll fire it. Oh, he's on fire. 42 minutes for Giannis, 44 for Green, 46 minutes for Trent as he buries another one.
Or you could just let Gary Trent continue
to cook. He's got a 30-piece. Wow.
Wow, 3 straight bombs from Trent Jr. got the Bucks up by 6 with a minute 45 to play. Unbelievable. But Aron Nesmith was huge for Indiana as well, and with 5 points in a row, closed the gap to just 1.
Batted away from behind, Nembhard. Haliburton. No, the putback, Nesmith, good. 1-point game.
However, Gary's flamethrower was still hot.
Trent, the three, oh, it continues. He's got a dozen in overtime.
Trent with 12 of his 33 points in the extra period puts Milwaukee up by 4. And he gets the big rebound after Turner pokes the ball up in the air, leading us to the freight train in transition.
Able to send it to Green. Giannis getting downhill, finger roll.
Then the Pacers execute an excellent play to free Hallie up top for the wide open three, but he can't get it to drop, leading us to AJ Green on the free throw line. He hits the first to make it a 7-point game, but misses the second, and this is where the real madness begins.
63. 7-point lead. Nembhard with a three. Good.
Nembhard hits a three and Doc calls a timeout. Okay, they still have a 2-possession lead. Only thing is,
The steal. 4-point game. There's still life in the building. Haliburton attacking. And the foul. 17.1 to go. It's not over yet.
uh-oh, Trent turns the ball over, which leads to Haliburton and one on the other end. Still, the Bucks are up by one, and with little time left, all they need to do is take care of the ball. But watch what happens.
Porter to Green. Trent with it, and he loses it on a brilliant night.
Gary goes from hero to zero in 30 seconds, losing the ball out of his fingertips. Everything that could have gone wrong for Milwaukee did go wrong because
Here we go! Haliburton. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Haliburton for the lead. 1.3 to go. Pacers by 1. Porter to inbound it. No. Giannis is going to take it now. Here's Gary Trent Jr. Lets it fly. And the Pacers are moving on. What a comeback in overtime by Indiana.
oh my goodness, Haliburton wins the game for Indy after eclipsing a 7-point deficit in the last 40 seconds of the game. An astonishing turn of events. The Pacers are moving on to the second round against the Cavs. The crowd goes crazy, but all of that celebration almost turns into a brawl because
That is just a shocking way to win and lose a basketball game.
And as we're seeing this, tensions rising on the court. A lot of lingering going on in the court after this. See Giannis there. Everybody trying to keep everyone away.
They still trying to clean it up. We got Antetokounmpo, we got Matherman, and we got all kind of guys out here in the middle of this. The security's there, and they're trying. It's Kevin Portis Jr. I mean, yeah, they're trying to get him out of there. They're trying to get Matherman out of there. They're just trying to make sure they get him out of there. It's a little bit of everybody. There's some disappointment, I'm sure, on the part of the Bucks.
Hallie's father was totally out of order here, and I guess that translated into Giannis trying to settle something with Mathering, who didn't want to be treated like a little kid.
Coming in the floor and showing me his son towel with his face. This is what we effing do. This F we do. I feel like that's very, very disrespectful.
Let's shift over to Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks had a golden opportunity to close out the Pistons after swiping 2 games on the road. The first half, however, was anything but pretty. It was a gritty, physical battle from the opening tip, an all-out war on the hardwood. Both teams refused to give an inch, trading blocked shots, scrappy tie-ups with constant pushing and shoving, and Mike Breen recapped it on point.
This is ugly but beautiful basketball when you factor in how hard these two teams are competing. This is just playoff intensity at its best.
And just like the previous matchups, this one came down to the wire as well.
They switch out front. Switch back, Cunningham. Money on a 3.
And that was big time right there. Cunningham.
On the next possession, Brunson twisted his ankle badly and couldn't even join his team in transition. Seeing that, Cat decided to pull one up from the logo.
And Brunson is not joining them. Jumper. Towns! It's nylon for the big man!
But the Knicks' problems multiplied when Josh Hart fell down after his collision with Cade.
Cunningham. Inside for Duran, and Hart is down.
So Thibs had to call a timeout to give his guys a breath and put McBride and Payne in the clutch while trailing. This took its toll as Cunningham orchestrated the offense to put Detroit up by 6.
Cunningham drives in, Towns the block, but Duran is there for the loose change.
And 2 possessions in a row.
Cunningham Hesitation, floats it in. Pistons taking over.
Watching the game slip away, Tibbs sends Jalen and Josh for substitution with 1:55 to go. But here comes a weird sequence in which neither team could get a score nor commit an error in order to stop the clock. Mikal Bridges finally gets the mid-range to drop, but since the team which receives the bucket cannot call for a sub, Brunson and Hart remain on the sidelines. Even after this amazing pass inside to Thompson by Cade, who bumps the lead to 6 with 27 seconds remaining, Tibbs has seen enough and calls another timeout to complete the swap. That's a total of 83 seconds of clutch action both Brunson and Hart missed. So, can they make it up?
Brunson bouncing in. Bridges a three. He's got it! On target, Mikal Bridges.
Mikal nails the tough fadeaway 3 and Brunson almost steals the ball on the other end.
Pistons trying to get it in, and it's taken away. Brunson bounces it in the air, but it is knocked over to Beasley. There's a 2-second difference shot clock to game clock, and they foul Schroeder on the outside.
In a complete chaos, the Knicks foul Schroeder, who splits the free throws, so now they need to hurry up.
Rebounded by Towns, 14 seconds left. Knicks have to hurry. They're down by 4, 10 seconds left. Anunoby pump fake. Anunoby, 6 seconds. The 3-ball goes! OG Anunoby cuts it to 1.
Let's go! OG drains the desperate 3 to make it a 1-point game, and there are still 5 seconds on the clock.
Floats it over to Cunningham. He's fouled by Brunson.
Brunson quickly fouls Cunningham, who unlike Schroeder calmly knocks down both free throws to give Detroit the edge. So with no timeouts left, McBride has to push the ball up the court in a hurry, and Ausar smartly commits a foul to prevent any chance for a game-tying 3. And under immense pressure, Deuce couldn't deliver, missing the first and then intentionally breaking the second, but in the scramble for the rebound, the ball was tipped out as the clock ran out, sealing a hard-fought and well-deserved win for the Pistons. We'll go back to Motown in 2 days for the continuation of this epic battle. And we go to another highly intense matchup between the Nuggets and the Clippers in Denver, where Jamal Murray decided to show up and play like he's supposed to.
Raise their tempo, normally a half-court team.
Jokic patient, he waits for Murray, and Murray sticks the landing on a 3-ball. See how the game plan changes. Murray, he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Man, when he plays like this, it makes the Nuggets almost an unbeatable team. He was unconscious shooting the ball. With Nikola Jokic having a subpar game for his standards, the Brody stepped up in the first half to help Jamal.
Flying high for that rebound. Here is Westbrook. Ooh, Westbrook hits a corner 3. Westbrook with 10 points. And he's going to let it fly again. Westbrook is feeling it right now.
But they still trail by 11 because they can't stop anybody.
Russell Westbrook, shot out of a cannon tonight. He's got a chance at a 3-point play.
Denver led by 8 points going into the locker rooms, and after the break, Murray continued with his scorching hot performance.
And he's just making them, so we need to continue to make him work, make him take those tough shots. Hopefully he misses a few.
There's a tough shot right there, right on cue. Good stuff, Lord. But Murray is not missing tonight. Murray's been the hot hand, and Murray stays as the hot hand. And Brown swipes it from him. Christian Brown takes it away. Jokic finds Murray. Murray finds the bottom of the cup.
What was Westbrook in the first, that was Aaron Gordon in the second half. The sidekick Jamal needed to successfully overcome the Joker's quiet night.
Top for Gordon. Murray sets him up, and the high flyer Aaron Gordon gets him on their feet here. How about the hands by Dunn, and right to Gordon.
And when winning time came, the Blue Arrow knew how to finish off the Clippers.
Hard block by Jordan. Murray on the runaway. Kawhi chases, and Murray powers it down.
Series last year against the Lakers.
How about this? Tough shot. Jamal Murray. Fadeaway jumper over the trees. And now Murray for 3. Why not? Okay. Jamal Murray. He's a killer.
If Denver wins the series, this is going to be the Jamal Murray game. 43 points and 7 assists on 65% efficiency. Simply amazing. The Nuggets will take their 3-2 lead to LA, hoping to close things off. And Jason Tatum was determined to take the Magic out of the way right from the start.
30th in NBA in three-point percentage. Tatum gets his first bucket. 8 on the shot clock. Fournette looking for Tatum. Tatum throws it down. Shot clock off. 3 seconds. Tatum takes one way, goes the other way, and throws it down.
Despite Tatum's sizzling hot shooting, Orlando stayed in the game throughout the first half, mostly because of Franz Wagner, who outscored Jason 17-16 going into halftime. The game was evenly matched all the way to the middle of the third period, when the Celtics went raging.
Corner for Batman. There he is. Miguel. Jason Tatum's got 26. Tatum the three. 29. Oh, wow. Tatum's been on fire. Tatum, corner, Porter, two, at the buzzer, good! It beat the shot clock.
A 24-4 incredible stretch for Boston to blow the game open and take a 20-point lead by the end of the third. And they kept on building it in the final period of the series. At the end, it was a dominant 31-point win for the reigning champs. Tatum was just 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double on a superior 62% from the field. There was drama last night, but yesterday the clash between the Rockets and the Warriors turned into a circus. If you haven't, you gotta check it out right here in this video. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.